Hey guys, Ken McClellan, Michael Barris with you guys. Welcome to today's Wealth WOD. I want to talk today about setting up the team. Your team is very important when it comes to investment. I'll use an analogy that I like to point out in my 4-year-old property investor book, and I talk to people who, if you straight away think, I'll pick on accountants, but I'll pick on accountants. If you think of accountants, people think they are competent in all areas. To use the analogy, if you had an issue with your eyes, you wouldn't go to a foot doctor to operate on your eyes. Someone who specialises in bunions is not good to take a scalpel to the retina. Yeah? Similar with accountants. There are accountants that are great at business, and there are accountants that are good at property taxation. So I've used business accountants for my business and had to remind them to put depreciation schedules in for my property portfolio. Obviously, very quickly after that, I separated accountants and actually scrapped those ones and went on to outgrow accountants over the years. Now I've got a team of accountants that work for us full time, but I still use specialised accountants when it comes to my property investment portfolio. So setting up your team is very important. I'll just want to give a quick snapshot of who's in the team, and then we can talk about each, the pros and cons.
Yeah, sure. So basically the 5 key people that you need in your team, and it's important at this point, Cam talks about it in the book, you don't necessarily need to have the A1 expert for each of these. What you do need, people that are competent in the chosen field of property.
Yeah. Okay? When you're saying A1 expert, meaning you don't have to pay the top brass in Collins Street. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Property mentor, really important, because it's not about one property. You need to obviously have that portfolio management to achieve success over time. Finance is a key part of our process, obviously, unless you've got so much cash it's not funny you can buy everything outright. Banks are required, so competent broker and or banker that understands the structures required to be able to build a portfolio. Accountants, we've talked about, make sure they're maximising deductions. It's amazing how many calls we get from clients asking us for advice on what they need to tell their accountant. So, case in point there.
I'll just stop you on accountants for a minute. And once again, I don't need to pick on accountants. Sorry guys. Sorry guys and girls who are accountants. Most people, when they think about getting financial advice, they go, I'll ask my accountant. Accountants are not licensed, most of them, to give financial advice. And most accountants are still working a job themselves. Your property mentor, your investment advisor, should be giving you the advice based on their legislative licensing that allows them to give advice, the Australian Financial Services Licence. But be very careful asking accountants for advice. They're really good at putting beans in the right column and telling you what your taxation position is. Minimising your position, protecting your assets, really good at giving advice on that. But as far as giving advice on where to invest, how to invest, that's not their ballgame.
Yeah. Conveyancing and soliciting, obviously it's a legal purchase with property, so you need to make sure that that's set up right. And finally, if an SMSF is something that works for you, an SMSF advisor. Where they particularly come in handy is under licensing agreements and laws, they actually, before you can set up a self-managed super fund, you actually have to have a review done of your existing fund so you can understand whether or not an SMSF is suitable for your individual situation. So there's some really good protections in place that have been put in as part of the Future of Financial Advice laws.
So you can tell me, you can have a look at your financial situation and tell you what's a good investment for you and Beck. Yep. If I want to set up a self-managed super fund, do I come and talk to you?
No, so we're not licensed to do that. If you want an introduction, go and see Emily Spinks from EKS Financial. I've known Em for 10 years. She gives our clients a discount rate. We'll leave her details below. We don't take referral fees.
There you go, good point.
But it's just about making sure that you get the right objective personal advice, and we've got confidence you give that. So if you need a starting point, guys, have a look at it.
Hey, just to help you out, guys, in my 4-year-old, page 150, there's a check sheet on the specific things you should be asking each of these advisors to drill in and try to quantify or qualify them. Best way to get to find the right person, ask for a referral. Yeah, so call Michael and his team and get the details, and they'll give you some good contacts. Cheers, guys.
See you next time.